Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Sonia from Truesoulintuition, and we're here to do a reading for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter to see what's going on in your love space, your heart space, in your heart chakra, and bring forward messages of love and clarity into this situation or your current love situation. I know guys, it's been a minute, but I'm back and hopefully I just said, yes, who's back? Back again. Sorry, my humour is it's taking over me. I'm a little bit delirious. It is late, but I feel in the right space to bring forward your reading, Pisces. I'm actually feeling the Scorpio moon, and my intuition's really kicking up a notch. And so I'm hoping to bring forward a really good message for you today. If you don't know the boundaries to this reading, please pause this video right now and read the description box. It has all the information about this being a general reading. Roles can be reversed. Looking for other messages for your sun, moon, rising, Venus and Jupiter on my channel. Like, sharing and subscribing if you're new, and if you're returning, thanking you very much for all your patience in this time. If you're a cross watcher, just be mindful that if you're watching this message is actually just for you. It's usually how it goes. It's for the person that's watching the message now. Okay? So there's lots of stuff in there, guys. And if you want a personal reading and everything, it's in there as well. So feel free to have a look at my channel. There may be other messages that resonate more with you. But let's get it on. Pisces. Okay, and I just wanted to say that, I've been away all this time, not doing readings. I was actually guided to do so by my spirit guides to keep me protected when the energy was really low vibrational, a lot of fear-based energy going on, and focus on being the human that I am. And I don't mind that space. It was actually quite enlightening. I've got to do a lot of things towards making me a better person and a better reader and a more intuitive spiritual being. So it's been a trip, that's for sure, but it's becoming very rewarding. So here we go, Pisces. Just going to sit into my energy. I need to get a lot of grounding with you guys. This is going to get real. Pisces has it hard on my channel. For some odd reason, whatever Pisces collective I'm tapping into, they're going through a spiritual evolution. And the thing is, in a spiritual evolution, you need a spiritual message. You can't get these lovey-dovey. I mean, the Pisces are lovey-dovey. They love to love. And just, I love to love you, baby. That's Pisces vibe. They love to love. And the Pisces collective that I've been tapping into and all the other readings have always been getting growlings because they're going against their spiritual nature or their purpose or their cause or their right intentions. And it's like, now it's time to, hear Spirit coming in and giving you the hard lesson, and it's really tough, but I'm hoping to bring forth some really pretty messages, or messages of truth and honesty. But let's see. Can I please have a Moon Oracle card for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter collective? What the Spirit wants them to focus on. I'll take notice of it this time. What did I say? Spiritual evolution. Okay, here we go. You got new moon eclipse, and it says expect powerful change. Now, I'm going to say this right now. Change is always hard because it's a growth space, and if you're actually a person that follows my Facebook page and how I put out some of my philosophies, and that is that change is causes growth, but we get growing pains whenever we grow. You know, growth, and if you were to look at it in the physical sense, for a human being to grow can actually be painful because of the fact that we have growing pains, you know. And expect powerful change. This is really an intensity to a transformative space for Pisces. Now, Pisces, you are the high priestess in the tarot. You are the spiritual representation of divine feminine, the flow, the yin, the yang. You know, you swim in the waters of intuitive energy. And a lot of Pisces are quite creative, because spirit can manifest itself in you in many ways. So it'll tap into that creative, unique. You like to be unique. Unique is the word I heard. I like to be unique. You like to stand out from a crowd. You like to be distinguished amongst others, because that's just how you roll. So you're very particular about how you dress. You're very particular about how you're seen and what you say. All right, here we go. We got an Isis Oracle card for you. This is the Chariot of Ascension, the Merkaba. See, look at that. That's the star. It's a star. It's interesting. And it says, a spiritual practice has come or is soon coming to your attention that will help your soul journey. Take your time to develop and practice your chosen spiritual discipline regularly. This will help you grow in power and grace, anchoring the spiritual light within the body of your soul. Did you hear that? Of your soul. It feels like there's a lot of pressure. And like I told you, you guys are going through a spiritual evolution. And with evolution comes change. With change comes growth. And with growth comes growing pains. And here we are, the Chariot of Ascension means the Spirit saying, hurry along now. They're like coming up behind you with their V8 going, rum, 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 like they're revving it up. They're moving it up. And it will be really, really, really intense, Pisces. I'm not gonna kid around with you right now, because I keep wanting to just, make jokes, crack jokes, but it's saying no, stop doing that, because this is more serious than that. This is intense, guys. I'm actually getting a growling for being silly. The chariot itself is a representation of momentum. And it says the Chariot of Ascension. Now, ascension is up, ascension. So if you're going through a spiritual evolution, you're going through an ascension phase, which is really tough. This is when the caterpillar dies and goes through, or goes into the chrysalis and dies and becomes something different. You're definitely going through that and going through it, going through the thick of it. So this is the hardest part. That's what they're saying. And you need support here. They want you to trust and believe in who you are. That's for sure. Because if you don't have grounding, in who you are, when the change comes, you won't be able to adjust. You won't be able to change in the way that Spirit needs you to change in the time frame. Feels like it's time sensitive, and I know that we're going through, lockdowns, even though those are all listening now. It's still there, but for a lot of people, but the fear of it is lessening. They want you in a high vibrational space. They want you to gain discipline in your chosen spiritual practice, and they want it consistently. They don't want you to pretend to be spiritual. Okay, I don't know why they're saying that. Don't pretend to be spiritual. Be spiritual. Don't say you are. Be it. I don't know why they're saying that. And it's just like, you have to embrace the change. You have to allow the change. There's a lot of, if you were to think alternatively when it comes to the universe actually needs your permission, your consent. Then, you'll get a lot of cards and they'll say surrender to the divine. But surrendering is also about giving consent to them to allow them to do what they need to do and not resist it. You know what I mean? Don't resist us. Work with us. Get into the flow of us. Now it's saying us. Us as a collective. So you may be starting to really, kind of, I feel like you're kind of moving into a space where you're moving into a community of people that think like you. And that's why you need to be spiritual, not say you are. You mean these are like your practices. This has to be, you need to wake up in the morning and meditate. And, like, I'll be realistic. Life happens. We can't always do that. I don't always wake up and the first thing I do is meditate because I'm a mum first. So, but sometimes it's like spirit's like saying acknowledge us and do the things that need to be done every day, because it's almost like a reprogramming of your your own spiritual practices, but of the mindset. Okay, I'm just going to put it there. Okay, so now we're going to bring in the energy, your energy, to pull in their energy. Now I'm just talking about the collective energy here, what spirit wants you to take notice of and focus on. So they're talking about, get it together, Pisces, because we're coming down hard. And that's quite daunting, but let's get into the love space and find your energy, so we can bring in the person you're thinking of right now, their energy. Okay, I'm sorry about police sirens, but it's probably going to get really loud. Oh, that passed pretty fast. All right, can I please have Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter, their energy, please, for this reading in love? Interesting. It's showing me a card, but it's not the card that I want. I actually want the card on top. So I'm going to take the card on top. No, I'm going to take both of them, because you know why? They're saying the same thing. It's interesting. Here we have Not For You in reverse and Never Ending Story. Now, Not For You upright, it was weird because it's like I didn't know which one to pick. Which is interesting because I'm pulling in your energy. So when I pull in your energy, I feel like you're indecisive as well. You're not too sure about something. Okay, I'm getting a mental mind glitch. I don't know why they're telling me that. There's a mind glitch. It's like you can't reset properly. Why are they saying that? It's because you're trying to control things too much. Why do you try to control things too much? Because you don't know how to readjust. You don't know how to reset to become into the beginner's mind. Okay. I'm so sorry. Pisces. It always happens for you. I don't know why they do that, but I always have to come in and be the bad guy and say, hey, you're not doing something properly. But what it's saying here is Not For You in reverse. When it's upright, not for you. Upright means you're being denied something. But here it's actually saying that you're denying yourself something because there's something you cannot get over. Now, 37 breaks down to a 10 here with Never Ending Story. This is my Sebastian card, guys, by the way. As we know, the Never Ending Story. Da, 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 da. Okay, you all know. Okay. The Never Ending Story is actually jumping out at me quite strong. And it's talking about you're supposed to be doing some type of mission, but you've forgotten the mission. And it's causing you to have a heavy, I don't know, but it's the heart here, I said this had a time frame. You're actually sitting on the sands of time, and then there's your heart. See that? But your heart, oh gosh, sorry guys. the heart actually has things like yes, no, yes, no, love, yes, hate. Like it's like it's like there's a lot of indecision for you, and you've forgotten why this was an issue, or you've forgotten something. You've forgotten the mission. This is what they keep saying. You've forgotten your mission, and it's a glitch. And you can't ascend until you remember your mission. And at this time, you're not being denied it. You're denying it. You're the one that's denying it. But I don't know what it feels like. It's not your fault, but it's your mission to remember who you are. Your mission is to remember why you're here. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Sometimes we forget what people mean to us because we get in such a way, or we believe in something that twists our sense of reality. Okay, so this is a little bit of relationship counseling. Sometimes we may think that we don't deserve love, or sometimes we may think that love hurts. Okay, and then we resonate with the frequency of love hurts, and so then we receive the frequency of love hurts in our reality. And the thing is, if we don't know how to reset our minds, if we don't know how to reset into the beginner's mind, now when you start a spiritual journey, you can't start a spiritual journey from the knowledge that you do have now. You have to start. It's almost like you have to have a mind wipe and reset your mind so that you're more open to taking in new information and not distorting the message because it only applies to how you want it to fit. Okay, you have to realize that sometimes we get a message and we take it in and distort it, or we interpret it in our own way, but it's not what the message should have always been. It was something else, but you can't see it the way that the reader's seeing it, and you won't accept it any other way than what the reader's giving you. You know what I mean? Like it's that kind of scenario. So if I can apply this to love, I feel like there's something it's like you've got a bit of relationship issues. You've been hurt before, and then you don't know how to trust and love, and in doing so, it's like you can't let go of the things that you need to let go of, and you can't remember the good things because your mind will come over and tell you love hurts. You know what I mean? So you may have pushed someone away. You may push people away that you love, or hurt them, or attack them because you don't realize why. Okay, one card went flying. And the person you're dealing with, message in a bottle, isn't that interesting? Definitely communication or space. I feel like this person is definitely someone from your past. We all know when it comes to this card, if you're someone that follows me, or that actually watches regularly, this message in a bottle can be interpreted many ways, and I always interpret these cards my own way, and I don't really look at the book unless I specifically get told to. So I don't always read these cards as they're meant to be read. I read all cards my own way. As a reader, I use it intuitively. But this one, I actually want to go back to the original reading or message, and it talks about receiving an epiphany from spirit. Okay, or what they call a cledon, which is like a sign, a signal, or oracle message that pushes you in the right space. So it's interesting that the energy that's coming forward towards you is actually a message from the universe. It's interesting because I feel like, I'm going to be honest, Pisces, it's the universe that's going to come forward in this love reading for you. And I'm just going to say it because they just said it in my head, because the universe loves you. And whoever needed to hear that, needed to hear that. Okay? Because I'm feeling a lot of emotion in that. But they just want you to know that they love you too. They've always loved you. They've always loved you. If you ever felt you were alone, you were never alone. But you don't remember. You don't remember. There's something in your thought processes that causes a glitch, and you've forgotten your purpose. Pisces, it's time to remember. And they want to remind you that they love you. And to really hold on to that, because that itself is an intense message that's coming through for you. It's just going to, I feel like you're just going to, like your mind is just going to go boom, and you're in it. You know, you're in it. You're going to be all the way out on the other side of the field, and then boom, you're going to be right by the goal and get a touchdown. You know, you're going to touch down after feeling so lost. I feel like these are Pisces collective that have felt so unloved, down on their luck, defeated, but yet don't realize that it's of their own doing. And because it's like, I don't know, it's like a fog. You know, it's like all you got to do is press enter, but then as you're just getting to that point, you just can't remember, oh, what button do I have to push? What button do I have to push? You know, and then it's just like, then the fog comes over, and then you forget. All I had to do was push enter. So the next day you're standing at the keyboard again, and you're going, oh, what button did I have to push? What button did I have to push? And then the fog comes over. You know, that's what they're showing me. It's just like you're walking through fog. And I can actually relate to that. Sometimes when I think about my life before, I often think of myself as walking, like being a ghost. Just walking through my life like I was a ghost. I was barely even a whole being, you know. And just to think about this glitch, just not realizing how simple the instructions are, but yet not being able to do that must be so hard to live in, you know, that reality. And they're really asking you to let go and to surrender, okay? The universe itself. Yeah, the frequency of universal love. A lot of my terminology is going to change my language, because I'm starting to really educate myself on that kind of space there, words influence, you know. And so here we have your energy of going through a change, reaching for that vision, that signal, that sign from the universe, which the universe says they love you, they never left you, for all those that needed it. So let's see who's actually coming towards you. Yin, yin, yin. And that just flipped like that. Divine feminine energy. Divine feminine energy is the intuitive space. Guys, spiritual evolution is yours, if you so choose to do it. And guess what it is? It is the frequency of love. Universal love is the yin energy. Look at it. It's emanating love, spirituality, sensuality. Time to embrace it. Union energy too, by the way. Thank you. Come to the edge. Not willing. Yeah, okay. Okay, I like what that card just said to me. And when I said come to the edge, it says we're not going to make you throw it all away. So it's like they're not asking for too much. They're not asking you to take that leap. They're asking you to believe and love. Okay? So whoever you're resonating with in the space of love, whether it's the actual universe itself or an actual person, it is asking you that they're not asking you to jump into nothing. even though they want you to surrender, you won't fall, because they will catch you time after time. All right? You won't fall because they will catch you. I don't know, I'm getting a lot of love. You know what I mean? I'm getting a lot of that energy. And underneath the deck, I just saw it came towards me, is the Blessed card. Now, blessed is a gift from the universe. I told you that's just going to come in. That you don't have to work hard for, that they give to you. Okay? Which is an awakening. It is a strong awakening here. It is ascension in your personality, in your reality, in your life. I just feel like your stuff's going to get better. And for all those Pisces that aren't actually looking for love but want to resonate with the frequency of love, the frequency of love wants to resonate with you too. Okay? Love does not hurt. Love loves. Hurt hurts. You have to remember that they're two different emotions or two different vibrations, okay? Don't put them together because they don't belong together. Love loves and hurt hurts, but you don't want hurt. You want love. You want to resonate with receiving love, okay? So get into the space of receiving the blessings from the universe or from this person, whoever. See, that's 2 and that's 22. That's 9, 36 breaking down to a 9. But it's just interesting, the 2 cards that are speaking are the same numerology, okay? So let's see the mutual energy between your energy and this energy, this very powerful energy coming through. What is the mutual energy between the two? Oh, and the one card that flips, isn't that freaky? Yep. The fates. The universe. Oh my God. Whew. Everything. Okay, here we go. It just came in. Everything is aligning as it should. There is no resistance. You may think you're resisting, but in the end you'll give. Because it's part of the fate of this space. Okay. It's part of what you should be doing. So I feel like even though you are in this glitch, it's almost okay. It's almost like you've been put there on purpose. Now I'm changing that a little bit because I'm starting to see the bigger pictures. These cards come out. And it's almost like they've put you to sleep. You know what I mean? And you're sort of walking through the fog. And then when they're ready, they're going to let you know. And you'll definitely know, and then you will see that you are in the right place at the right time for this energy to fruition. Okay, so if we're talking about a person here, it's going to happen. There is no stopping fate. You can change it, you can delay it, but it will still play out the way it's supposed to. Okay, so let's get some psyche. I want to see the psyche here because this is really interesting. Okay, whoever is coming into this reading has really powerful, strong energy because my ears are ringing like crazy. But here we go. Let's see the psyche of Pisces towards this energy coming towards them in this reading. What is this? How does Pisces think about this energy coming towards them? Ooh, yeah. You see, I got 4 cards. It's just interesting. The first card, though, the top card, if we have a look, the one that I saw first is Jehob Jab. Do you see that? It's a shadow. What did I say about the mind space? It's a blockage. He blocks incoming messages. Look at it. He's like, no. And he's focusing forward, but the thing is his eyes are crossed. You can't see it in the video because it's not going to focus. But he's actually cross-eyed. So and it's showing it. You know, like I said, there's something in the mind space that you have that isn't quite right. And I know this is Spirit's way, okay? This is Spirit's way of the direct. It's very direct. They want you to visually see this, the Jehob Jab, the shadow, okay? Because underneath Jehob-Jeb is the Lady of the Harvest, okay? And the thing is, the Lady of the Harvest is the mature woman. She cleans up the mess, literally, at the end of a season. So she, as it's going into autumn, she picks up all the rotten fruit and puts, and takes it away, so that it's a purging. Okay, thank you. The Lady of the Harvest. Okay. Oh, okay. What it's telling me here with your mindset is that you're so used to blocking out the positive things and focusing on the negative things and cleaning up people's messes. You know what I mean? You're just so used to cleaning up everybody's mess that you're unable to interpret what's coming in properly, because you're not focused right. You're not focused on helping you. You're focusing on helping others, which is not a bad thing, but at some point you have to do a lot of like that reset, a readjust, realign, reset, renew, redo you. Because if you're always blocking out the good stuff, focusing on the negative stuff and cleaning up everybody's shit, what time will you have to be you? Okay? What time do you spend working with you? Do you know what I mean? And here we have Los Gunner and the Piper. This is also your energy, okay? Los Gunner, I love Los Gunner. She's like one of my most favorite cards here. And that is because she is the frog queen, but she's adventurous. So there, and then you have the Piper, and he denotes erotic telepathic communication, poetry, harmony, music. It's time to receive the messages and the communication that you need by breaking out of this, of blocking and cleaning, and now start doing and receiving. Okay, do you see where I'm going with this? Really focusing on self-development and breaking free. Now the frog queen, the frogs can represent many things, and abundance is one of them. But the thing about Los Gunner is that she's not afraid to jump into the dark emotional or the dirty emotional waters and swim through them. And she's not afraid to swim in the crystalline waters of fairy world and be free. But she will go right to the bottom of a dirty pond and find the sunken treasure at the bottom. Nothing scares her. And it's not that she's arrogant, it's just that she chooses to be free. Okay? She chooses to communicate with nature and live in a harmonious way, being sensual. Sensual is also a term you can use for being intuitive, because it's of the sense, there's the sexuality, which is the physical, which is our human need, but the sensuality is the feeling of your senses. Okay, so they just said feel it rise in you, and I thought they were having a bit of a play on the words, but no, they literally just feel that energy of Los Gunner rising in you, and then start communicating. See, this is telepathic communication. So that's intuitive communication going on here. So let's see how this energy here, I just want to call it an energy, because this may be a person for you, but this is so much more than that, Pisces. Okay. Yeah, see? Interesting. Collective of pixies. I told you this is life force. Life force is universal love. It's just going to keep coming back to this for you, because I can't get it out of my head for you, Pisces. But the universe is talking to you and asking you to join it. the collective of Pixies, is about the life force. It 48 breaking down to 12, 12 breaking down to 3. It talks about the mind, body, soul complex. You know, an alignment of your mind, your body, and soul. I feel like the universe has been trying to talk to you for a long time. Or you've been going through this for a long time. This ascension, but never getting to the ascension. It's like wanting it, but not knowing how to get to it. They just keep saying they love you. It's like we're waiting for you. They're waiting. It's like time to let go of the constraints of life, the restraints, but they say constraints. Time to let go of those. Time to be free. So they can, it's almost like they want to talk to you, but they don't know how, because when they've tried, you've blocked it. Maybe you're not ready for it. Maybe. I don't know. One more card, please. Whoa. Oh, the loam. She's been jumping out a lot. This is the longing, but not moving or communicating. Because she's beaten and battered, she's been through the war. She can't fly properly, but she sits and she waits for love. The longing and the connection is always there, though. So how do you... look at it. The loam and Los Gunner are like almost in the same. You're not quite there. You haven't found your frog feet, your frog legs, the jump, the bounce, the spark. And in the end, if you... Oh, man. This is so deep. It's actually quite heavy. Right now, you're stuck. You want it, but don't know how to get to it. So you sit in... It's almost like a fantasy space. It's like you want this ascension. You want this powerful change. But then you don't know how to get it. And when you do want to reach out for it, it's like you block. You're very focused on controlling your space, and in doing so, you don't communicate correctly to the universe. It's like, I love you, universe, too, but you don't move towards it, and you have to action intention. That's the thing. When they talk about here, take your time to develop and practice your chosen spiritual discipline regularly. This will help you grow in power and grace, anchoring the spiritual light within the body of your soul. I heard that. I want to break free. I want to break free. I feel like you just need to be free of the heaviness, of the... of who you are, because it's not who you want to be. You know what I mean? It's not, who you want to be, but you don't know how to get there. That's what I keep getting. Alright, guys, we'll do emotional cards. The emotional side. Let's see how you're feeling about this energy coming towards you. How do you feel? How does Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus feel about this energy coming towards him? Ooh. Just like that, eh? The dragon. Oh, you see it. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to move. I didn't even want to touch that. That's literally... Okay. I'm sorry, I was just quiet because I was allowing the message. This is your third eye awakening. This Cledon, this oracle message that's going to awaken you is going to come. It's coming. It's I don't think, and you said spirit too, I don't think you can stop it. And I don't think you want to stop it. Because I think it's just time. Okay? I think it's just time. Let's see how this energy feels about you. This is the all-seeing eye, isn't it? The dragon. Serious? Wow. Okay. You just got the buffalo. You got the dragon and the buffalo. Far out. Two of the rare cards that don't ever really drop out much. But that literally means this. Blessed. Same card. But you see that lightning strikes an awakening into change. This is a powerful change. The buffalo itself is one of the strongest cards in the earth. Yeah, you've got an awakening coming in real strong. And when it hits, it's going to feel like a ton of bricks. But just realize that they need you to raise your vibration, though, for it to take. I don't know why they're saying that. It's like, yeah, no, but you need to be ready for it. They can't just lay it on you. They can't just turn it all on, because it'll be too much to process. Because there's something you need to let go. You need to let go of something. It's holding you back. Yeah. You long for change. You know you do. It's speaking to me. But you've lived a role for so long that you don't know how to change it. Or maybe it's just time that you decide to change and connect. They're just talking about connecting. Collective connecting. It's like they're just waiting for you. Just waiting. It's like they're reaching out to you all the time. And you're like, no. And it's because it's too much. But you know and feel it. You feel it. You feel it and they feel it too. That's the thing. It's all spiritual based, because it's like Pisces is a spiritual person anyway. Pisces feels everything. Everywhere. And so, it's almost like you get that tingle in your spine, or that little cold chill go up your spine. I feel like it's a cold chill. Goosebumps. You get a goosebump from time to time, like someone just walked past you or breezed past you. No, you get a lot of that. The heebie-jeebies. That's what I call it, the heebie-jeebies. But yeah, so, like I'm going to say, like, your emotions are strong, amplified. And the emotions of this energy coming towards you is powerful. Like, expect powerful change. If anything, you can interpret that as your intuition is going to skyrocket if you can attain higher vibration. Okay? Let's have a couple of cards from the tarot, please. What does Spirit want them to know, additional to this reading? What does Spirit want Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus to know, additional to this reading, please? Oh, why did it say that? It just said, don't walk away, Renee. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So there's been a delay in an abundant new beginning. Something you haven't been able to walk away from. You haven't noticed the offer because you're going the wrong way. Why are you going the wrong way? Temperance. Yeah. They can't fix you until you fix yourself. Pisces. It's a choice. The red pill or the blue pill? Yeah. Union, yeah. I'm getting a lot of music and they just said standing on shaky ground. Da, 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 da. Ever since you put me down. Sorry. I just heard Rude Awakening. I don't like what's coming in, and only because it is a powerful change, but I feel like Pisces is just not ready for this. Not yet. Oh, look underneath the deck, Ten of Pentacles. That's what you want, isn't it? Happily ever after. But to attain it, you have to become Los Gunner. Before they can come in, you have to accept the offer. You have to surrender to it. Because you just resist the resistance. Resistance is futile, because in the end, the thing is, okay, how do I explain this without it being 500 hours long? Sometimes, all right, sometimes we choose the negative polarity, and the thing is, we get used to being in the state of negative polarity. Negative is polarity, is the dark side of our character. And thoughts and processes, we choose that space, but we don't realize that it's negative because we're not aware of the full scope of what it can be. We're only aware of this area because this is all we know. Okay, and the thing is, when we stay in the negative polarity of thought, this keeps looking at me real wonky. When we stay in this negative space and we block out what's good, we focus only what is negative, and we go into suffering. All right, and sometimes we get used to suffering and we don't realize that we can change it and actually be happy. But the universe is always wanting to help. They always try to help. They always try to pull you out of it, always call you forward towards the light. Whether this is a person coming in trying to help you, trying to be, you can relate it to a relationship if it relates that way or resonates that way. But for those that are going through a spiritual evolution, you must realize that they cannot come in and help you. The Temperance is the fix-it angel, right? But in reverse, they can't fix it. And Four of Wands is the marriage, celebration, stability, home, foundation card. But in reverse, there is no union with spirit or with this person until you realize that you're walking the wrong line, the wrong polarity. You're walking towards the negative. Okay? And how can you see an offer coming forward, a new beginning, a new abundant beginning into the Ten of Pentacles, if you're walking away from it, if you're resisting or denying it? So sometimes we have to realize that we get so used to suffering that we forget to not suffer. And I know the space because I've been in the space myself where you don't realize that your life is absolutely miserable, and until you choose to have better, you'll still keep attracting the negative. And that can be health, that can be mental, and that can be spiritual as well. So just be careful of what you're putting yourself in, and to come back into the space of the Chariot of Ascension, the Merkaba. Spiritual practice has come or is soon coming to your attention that will help your soul journey. Take your time to develop and practice your chosen spiritual discipline regularly. This will help you grow in power and grace, anchoring the spiritual light within the body of the soul. So long story short, time to be the real you. Time to grow up and embrace whatever it is that's going on in here, because that's a lot. All right. Definitely a spiritual message for the spiritual Pisces. Guys, if this resonates with you, please like, share and subscribe, and comment below. I'm going to leave it right there, and I wish you all good health, love, light, and all things bright. If we did, look after yourselves out there. Okay, guys? Take care for now. Bye.